This Digimon sequel story is loaded with new evolutions, returning humans, and legendary locations, each with major story and lore implications. Even though Digimon Adventure Beyond is only a 4-minute short, Hiroyuki Kakudo, the original series director for Adventure, poured a ton of ideas into Beyond, a story that appears to be what he thinks should be the final story for the Digidestined. As of spring 2025, there are no plans for Adventure Beyond to be turned into a new anime series or a feature film, though Kakudo has shared his intent to release the story as a text-based product, possibly a novel or web novel like Digimon Seekers. Whatever Adventure Beyond is, in Kakudo's mind, it is a dense story that covers multiple years, jumping around the adventure timeline. Here are the 10 biggest takeaways from Digimon Adventure Beyond. 10. Where we are on the timeline. Despite what you've heard, what we see in the short is not set at the end of the timeline or after 02 the beginning. Based on some dialogue from Cody, we are between Digimon Adventure Tri and Last Evolution Kizuna, so somewhere in the mid to late 2000s. Cody tells the young child with a Digimon that Cody is a high schooler, which puts us before 02 the beginning, and considering Agumon and Gabumon are by Tai and Matt's side, we have to be before Last Evolution in 2010. The Beyond story may cut between multiple periods of time though, with characters in the late 2020s looking back on these unseen days. Beyond may be jumping all over the timeline, as we'll see in the next point. 9. The connection to TK's novel series. In the original 02 epilogue, we learn that adult TK becomes an author, writing a series of novels based off of the adventures him and his friends had in the digital world. We see that TK is 14 books into his Digital World Adventure series, and when Patamon asks what he's writing about now, he says that his latest book will cover the incident that made him decide to write the books in the first place. The in-progress manuscript tells of a time when Cody, Matt, Tai, and their Digimon met a new kid with the help of their friend Yuri, before we cut to footage of that exact scene in the past. So whatever this event kickstarted, it was so meaningful to TK that it pushed him to write a 14-novel series. Number 8. Family cameos. Throughout the short video, we see plenty of returning characters that I didn't expect the writers to remember, honestly. We see what looks to be Davis's older sister, June, working at the hospital with Joe. We see another Kido brother at the hospital, presumably Shin, and then Joe's other brother, Shu, is seen with TK meeting a character that some online are speculating is Rui from 02 the beginning. We also see several of the 02 World Tour cast, including Mina, who was Yoli's roommate during the events of 02 the beginning. Number 7. The Cloud Digivolution concept. Data RAVEL is a great Digimon franchise historian, translator, and an awesome follow for any Digimon fan on social media. Data RAVEL pointed out in a thread that the green grid and the way Digivolution is depicted in Beyond is not random, not done for just aesthetic alone, but rather is something director Kakudo had in mind for years, if not decades. Kakudo once told ex-Digimon Games producer Kazumasa Habu that in his mind, the Digivice sends a signal that arrives at the place on the other side. Quote, "My thinking at the time was it was a database for Digimon and many other things. It would be called the cloud nowadays. The Digivice sends a signal, and that is when it will let Greymon data drop upon Agumon. So Agumon receives the Greymon data that descends and evolves. That was information that came from the cloud." With Beyond, Kakudo only had about 4 minutes to share some of his most urgent Digimon thoughts and visuals, and it was seemingly important to him to demonstrate Digivolution in this specific way, so I think it deserves a call out. 6. KARI and the Darkness. We see a shot of KARI being attacked by some kind of dark aura. This could be Homeostasis, who possessed KARI once in Adventure 1999 and later in Tri to warn about the reboot, or it could be some Call of Dagomon situation where something from the Dark Ocean is calling to her again. More on the Dark Ocean later down the list. Even when Beyond gets its official text story released, might we get closure on the whole KARI and the Darkness thing 25 years later? 5. ARUKENIMON's return. In that hospital scene where June looks horrified to see something, if we slow it down and look close, that is almost certainly ARUKENIMON. Given Kakudo's commitment to the timeline and to the canon, this is probably the ARUKENIMON from 02, which begs the question, is Mummymon back too? Those two felt like the Jesse and James of 02, and it wouldn't feel right to get one back without the other. Number 4. Sequel movie characters. Just before KARI is attacked by some dark aura, we see her with Meiko from Digimon Adventure Tri. We also see a woman in the hospital scene who looks an awful lot like Maki Himekawa from Tri, and some speculate this mysterious person meeting with TK and Joe's brother Shu is Rui from 02 the beginning. Curiously, to me at least, Manoa Bellucci from Last Evolution Kizuna is nowhere to be seen. I find this kind of funny given Kakudo briefly worked on Last Evolution but exited the project due to creative differences. Is the lack of Minoa some kind of Kizuna slight. Or maybe that person walking up to TK and Shu is not Rui, and the Beyond footage contains no reference to either sequel film. It's worth noting also that Willis is not seen either, so missing characters may not be a dunk on Kizuna lore specifically or anything like that. But Meiko's appearance is truly worth noting since a lot of fans do not love Tri and look for any opportunity to declare things they don't like as non-canon. Her being present in the Beyond short is Digimon doubling down on Tri being canon, tripling down actually since Meiko did appear in Last Evolution Kizuna. 3. TK and the Dark Ocean. We are shown TK in a suit and rubber boots, confidently walking through a fog that looks just like the Dark Ocean from Digimon 02. If anything, we'd expect to see Kari back in this infamous locale, but maybe she's been pulled back into the Dark Ocean at some point in the story, and what we're seeing here is TK going in to rescue her. Number 2, multiple Halcyon. Things get very strange when we start to focus on the 02 kids in the final part of the Beyond short film. Whether what we're seeing is a few days or a few years after the car scene at the top of the short, we can't quite tell, but there's a lot going on here. We see Kari and Yoli riding their armored Digimon, Halcyon and Nefertimon, then a zoom out to show Nefertimon and at least 4 Halcyon casting some kind of digital net over someone or something. There are 6 Digimon total holding the net, with the 6th being a bit cut off. 4 Halcyon though is truly bizarre. We saw multiple Vmon forms in 02's final battle, but we were in some kind of imagination dimension. In the 02 epilogue, we did see that the hero's kids all had Digimon of their own in training versions of their parents' Digimon, so eventually more Hawkmon, more Vmon, more Armadillomon must have entered the picture. This leads into the final takeaway from the Beyond short. Number 1, the armor evolutions. Wormmon fans probably know that Ken's Digimon was always capable of armor evolution from supplemental Digimon media, but the anime never showed Wormmon utilize a Digimental. Here in Beyond, we get a blitz of new armor evolutions, well, new to adventure animation that is. These are forms we've known were possible for over 20 years, finally appearing on screen. We get 3 showcase shots, one with Davis and Raydramon leading a pack of land-based armor Digimon. The next shows Ken and Wormmon's Digi-Egg of Kindness evolution, Buchimon, lead aerial armor evolutions, and the third is Cody and Submarimon with a group of water-based armors. Shot 1 from left to right includes Bormon, Armadillomon with the Egg of Courage, Elephantmon, Armadillomon with Egg of Miracles, Oryxmon, Gatomon with the Egg of Hope, Lynxmon, Gatomon with the Egg of Courage, and Bullmon, Wormmon with the Egg of Hope. Then we see in shot 2, Peepismon, Patamon with the Egg of Love, Searchmon, Wormmon with the Egg of Knowledge, Harpymon, Hawkmon with the Egg of Light, and Thunderbirdmon is in the center and is kind of weird. This Digimon is actually born from Gatsumon or Impmon using the Digi-Egg of Friendship. I spoke with Carney X about this and he pointed out that Thunderbirdmon is such a good Hawkmon fit that it could be the writer stretching the rules a bit, maybe something like a tiny retcon. It's also worth noting they gave Thunderbirdmon the red mask / helmet of Bio Thunderbirdmon for some reason, so something is off about Thunderbirdmon. Anyways, next is Fly Beemon, which is Hawkmon with the Egg of Knowledge, Terranomon is Armadillomon with the Egg of Love, and Honey Beemon is Vmon with the Egg of Knowledge. Shot 3 shows Arkellamon, Wormmon with the Egg of Reliability, Seaholmon, Armadillomon with the Egg of Light, Depthmon, Vmon with the Egg of Reliability, Orcamon, Hawkmon with the Egg of Reliability, Mambomon, Patamon with the Egg of Light, Manta Raymon, Patamon with the Egg of Reliability, and Telomon, Gatomon with the Egg of Reliability. What I noticed was that in each scene, 2 of the partner Digimon for 02 appear. 2 Gatomon armors, 2 Armadillomon armors, and so on. Are the extra Digimon here the ones our heroes' kids will have one day? Maybe in Beyond, the 02 kids meet the Digimon that their future children will one day partner with. We won't know for sure until Kakudo's written version of Digimon Adventure Beyond is released. Hopefully it is something substantial like a novel or a script and not simply bullet point notes or a 2-page story treatment. Kakudo did write an official novelization of the Digimon Adventure anime way back in 2001. The 3 books that were published in Japan provided greater detail and world building for the adventure storyline. My hope is that if Beyond truly isn't becoming a film or limited run anime, that we at least get a Kakudo penned novel or 2. And hopefully if that happens, it gets official translation outside of Japan. So what do you think about the Digimon Adventure Beyond short animation? What was your favorite detail and did I miss anything major? Yes, I know about the goggle shot at the very end, it's a great touch. Let me know in the comments what you think the short animation is hinting at story-wise or anything else you want to talk about. And hey, if all the talk of a text version of Beyond has you in the mood for a good read, reminder that my own monster taming adventure novel exists. It's called Dot Monster Revolution and is inspired by shows like Digimon, Metabots, and movies like Summer Wars and Belle. It's on Kindle and Kobo as an ebook with a a physical paperback version available as well. The response has been amazing so far, thanks to anyone who read it. I'll link to it below. I also have a free Substack newsletter that you can sign up to for blog-style write-ups from me twice a month. Link to that is in the description as well. Thanks for watching, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.